There once was a time when my friend and I always went and hung out on hump day, also known as Wednesday. We called it our hump day celebration. Well, this one Fable day when we went out and we ate at Burger King, there was this lady that was lazily washing the tables, and I kind of gave her a look because she's working and she's looking very lazy. And I didn't really give her a look. I just kind of glanced over in her direction. And then I glanced over at her again and she's looking at me funny. And then I kind of turned away and I just started eating my bacon meal again. And then she goes, "Did you look at me funny?" And I just kind of looked at her and I'm scared. And I'm like, "No, I didn't give you any kind of look." And she goes, "Oh, well, I just thought you were looking over here, so I thought you were looking at me." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't." And she's like, "Oh." She's like, "Well, can I take your tray for you? I'm trying to make it seem like I'm busy because I don't really have anything to do." And so I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you can take our tray." My friend Matt and I are just sitting there like, what the hell? And pretty soon she comes back over and she's like, "I've been trying to look busy because normally I work cash registers, but they aren't letting me now today." She's like, and then she was like, "I was hiding between the wall and in the playroom until people started coming through the drive-thru and noticed me. I hid there for about 4 hours and watched TV." And so then I was like, "Well, why aren't you working cash register?" And she goes, "Because there was this one regular that came in and he tried to give me this coupon," and I was like, "It's not for this," and he freaked out. And so then they got mad at me and sent me to wash tables today. And she's like, "I was so mad though. I cussed all the way home and I cussed all the way up my stairs and I cussed to my boyfriend." And I'm looking at her while she's telling me all this stuff and I'm like, really, why do I care? I've never met you before. Why do I care? And so then I dropped, that was about the end of that story. Just kind of left her alone and she went back to lazily washing the tables, and I left, and Matt and I giggled and made fun of her the whole way to his golf lesson. And so then I dropped him off at his golf lesson, and my mom wanted me to pick up stuff at Aldi's. So I went to Aldi's and I picked up the stuff and I went to the cashier. And all of a sudden this cashier started telling me all of her problems. She's like, "Yeah, I have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not looking forward to it. So then I can get my boyfriend to work by 4 o'clock because this is his 4th DUI, and blah, 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 blah." And then she was saying about how, she's like, if he just would have turned off the keys in his car, then he wouldn't have got caught. Or taken the keys out of the car, then he wouldn't have got caught and he wouldn't have gotten a DUI. It's all his fault, and I'm so mad at him. In my head, I'm going, why the hell are you so with him? That's stupid. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. And then I told Matt about it, and he's just like, "Oh my gosh, did you have the tell me your problems stamp on my forehead?" And I think I did. I have absolutely no idea how I got there, but yeah. And then later on, when I went to Chicago, just recently, this girl in, I went to a Victoria's Secret in the mall, and she started to tell us this one thing that she had to tell us, and then she goes, "You have no idea how many times I've had to say this. It gets so annoying." And then she said what she had to say, and I'm like, wow, I guess people like to complain to me because I look like that type of person to complain to. Just the weird person that you walk up to and you're like, "Hi, I have HIV and I just need somebody to support me. None of my friends will." Well, why would I? You had unprotected sex. Good job for you. And I don't even know you. It's just taking a tadpole out of a pond and promising you're going to make it grow into a frog. No. That doesn't happen. So, yeah, it was pretty strange on this fabled day of hump day.